Texas students, well, having access to the internet could make or break your grade.
Yeah, our Jose Arredondo introduces us to one Texan making sure kids have the digital skills they need to succeed.
Coding can be intimidating for some folks. I think it's pretty welcoming. I mean, look at that. There's one man here in San Antonio who's trying to create that environment for kids on the west side. These housing projects were Juan's introduction to the tech industry.
This is the apartment where, I was learning how to code, right? And in here is where I wrote kind of my first few lines of code, and it was awesome.
These barrack-style apartments are called the Casiano homes, housing projects on San Antonio's west side, where the average median income of families receiving housing is between $10,000 and $12,000. And it was a lot less when Juan was living here.
My mom and my dad are in my room, and they're telling me like, hey, somebody came and dropped off a computer for me. And it was like the most exciting day, like ever.
Access to internet and computers back then was virtually non-existent. But Juan taught himself about web design, JavaScript, while tuning out the noise of his neighborhood that was once dubbed Drive-By City.
Some of these apartments still kind of have the bullet holes.
While violence isn't nearly as bad, lack of access to resources still plagues this barrio. In fact, the city, 1 in 4 families do not have access to internet, while 1 in 6 don't even have access to a computer. So Juan, who's now a business analyst for USAA, wanted to bridge that gap.
I said, what would be really great is to put a boot camp together where kids from the kind of same background as me can learn how to code, can learn how to build websites and kind of introduce them to technology.
Juan's teamed up with Bibliotech and Opportunity Home to assist these students who are receiving some type of housing assistance to become a part of the 0.5% of people who know how to code. That's Nathan, who wants to utilize those skills to travel the world.
Massive help when it comes to becoming an entrepreneur in I think in any type of whatever you do as an entrepreneur.
He's right. 50% of jobs require some digital skills.
And this is just a basic sketch of what the browser is going to look like.
Nathan says that it helps that he and Juan have similar upbringings.
It inspires me to say there is no buts, there's no ifs, it's going to happen.
The students who have a graduation at USAA at the end of this camp receive their certificates and computers of their own.
This boot camp is to demystify tech, to show how approachable it is. And so removing those barriers from the kids and to see themselves doing the coding, see themselves in that space, that's really a big mission of the camp.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more refreshing stories about your community, click the subscribe button over here. You can also download our Spectrum News app and tune in to Channel 55 on Dish and DirecTV to get live news coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.